Okay, first thing we have to do is find out what our combat skill is. So we roll a random number, 8. 8 is pretty good. 8's damn good, actually. And we add 10 to it, which gives us a base combat skill of 18. That's really good. Okay, so we have a combat skill of 18. And then, of course, we have to find out what our endurance is. So you roll another random number and you add 20 to it. 9. Wow. All right, then. Hooray. Someone out there loves me. I've also, by the way, guys, I've been trying to think if I ever die, I don't know what to do. I'm not going to start the whole book over. That's not very convenient for something like this. No one wants to listen to the whole book again, but we got to come up with some sort of punishment if you die. Maybe like you lose one combat skill permanently or something like that. Wow. Okay. So, man, we have good stats. That's nice. All right. Here's the way it works. The battle system and the endurance. You can lose endurance out throughout the book, either in combat or through other means. But the way the combat works is fairly simple. You have your combat skill, which is modified by many things. But let's say, for example, our base combat is 18, and you'll come across an enemy. He will also have a combat skill in endurance. And what you'll do is, we'll go to this battle generator. We'll enter our combat skill and their combat skill. And depending on the plus and minus, who's better, who's worse, there's a table for that. And of course, we don't need to use the table here because they do it for us on the interweb. And you enter your endurance and their endurance. And like, for example, let's say my combat skill is 14 and theirs is 10. And they have, say, 20 endurance and I have 29 endurance. And then you'll have multipliers, like sometimes if you use certain weapons against undead, you do double damage, or something like that. And you have Mind Blast, that stuff. I'll get to what that is in a second. And then you battle, and it'll roll random numbers. And basically, every time I hit battle, it rolls a random number for me. It automatically subtracts the loss of experience, endurance points on both sides, and at the end of the battle, you save the statistics so that we have our leftover endurance points. It'll be very simple for us. If you're just reading the book, it was a bit more complicated just because you had to roll the number and look on the chart to find out what it is. So this is a lot more convenient, which is fantastic. All right, so we have 29 endurance. We have 18 combat to begin with. That's our base, and there are modifiers for that. You'll find items that help with that, and disciplines that help with that. So let me get on with the discipline, shall I? Over the centuries, the Kai monks have mastered the skills of the warrior. These skills are known as the Kai disciplines, and they are taught to all Kai lords. You have learned only 5 of the skills listed below. The choice of which 5 skills these are is for you to make, as all of the disciplines may be of use to you at some point on your perilous quest. Pick your 5 with care. The correct use of a discipline at the right time can save your life. When you've chosen your 5 disciplines, enter them on the action chart. Now, like they said, we only have 5 disciplines to choose out of these. Where are my disciplines? Oh, here we go. Yes, I'd like my disciplines, please. Oh, okay, I see. I mark it right here. And the cool part about this is, as you read more books, like when we get on to book 2, we'll gain an extra discipline as long as we've done book 1 to demonstrate the experience from doing the first book. So when you do the third book, you get an extra skill and an extra skill, so you get stronger and stronger. But this time, we only get to choose 5, and here's where you guys come in. You are going to choose my 5 skills. The reason why I did combat skill and endurance first was so that it might affect your choices. And what I'll do is I'll have a voting thing on my webpage for what 5 skills you guys want. In order to do that, I think I'm going to have to let you vote unlimited times. So please play fair. Just choose 5 and vote for them, and then I'll pick the 5 highest ones. Upon entering the Kai monastery, each initiate is taught to master one type of weapon. If weapon skill is to be one of your Kai disciplines, pick a number, the usual way from the random number table. I'm going to ignore this. Hang on. The weapon in which you are skilled. If you enter combat carrying this weapon, add 2 points to your combat skill. The fact that you are skilled with a weapon does not mean you set out in the adventure carrying the particular weapon. However, you will have opportunities to acquire weapons on your adventure. If you pick axe, you are lucky enough to be skilled with in the one weapon Lone Wolf is carrying from the start of the adventure, explained fully in the equipment section. We're going to do this a little differently. If you guys want weapon skill to be one of my skills, I'm just going to let you choose what weapon you want me skilled in. And basically what it is if I have this weapon, said weapon, and weapons aren't too hard to come by in this game, depending on what weapon you choose. If you choose like a, like a quarterstaff or a warhammer, something less common, or spear, that might be a little harder to find. But it adds 2 to my combat skill. What I'll do is I'll just let you guys choose what weapon, and I think you gain an extra weapon every book. So like you get 2 or 3 weapons you get good at. Instead of randomly choosing, I'll let you guys choose it on the website, and I'll put that up, and we'll do that despite of whether I get the weapon skill or not. So yeah, weapon skill is a good one to have. Raises your combat skill, always helpful. Alright, Mind Shield. The Dark Lords and many of the evil creatures in their command have the ability to attack you using their Mind Force. The Kai discipline of Mind Shield prevents you from losing any endurance points when subjected to this form of attack. That's pretty self-explanatory, I think. If someone attacks you with, mind powers, you have the ability to defend against it. Mind Blast. This enables a Kai Lord to attack an enemy using the force of his mind. It can be used at the same time as normal combat weapons and adds 2 extra points to your combat skill. Oh, wasn't that odd? Apparently I have walkie-talkies back here. I did not even know I had those. Alright then. So, basically Mind Blast is the opposite of Mind Shield. It lets you attack people with your mind! It lets you add 2 points to your combat skill as well. However, not everyone is affected by this. So a lot of people are immune to Mind Blast. Obviously, they have Mind Shield. Duh. Alright. Animal Kinship. This skill enables the Kai Lord to communicate with some animals and be able to guess the intentions of others. Alright. Simple enough. And lastly, Mind Over Matter. Mastery of this discipline enables the Kai Lord to move small objects with his powers of concentration. Alright, so those are the skills that you guys will get to choose. We only get to choose 5, but keep in mind that every time we go on to another book, we'll be able to add one to that, and you guys will be able to vote for that as well. Again, you can rewatch this if you want to get a description of it again. You can go to the website and get another description. But make sure you're looking at the Kai skills, not the Magna Kai or the Grand Master, because those are very souped up versions of these. Which is another cool thing as the story goes along. The skills keep getting better and better. So it's a fun little thing to look at. So those are the combat skills that you'll get to choose. You'll also get to choose what weapon you want. Lore circles down here, don't worry about that. That's for Magna Kai. We're not there yet. So, moving on to equipment. You are dressed in a green tunic and cloak of the Kai Initiate. You have little with you to arm yourself for survival. All you possess is an axe. Note that under your weapons in your action chart. Actually, hang on, I can do that now. Where's my inventory? Weapons. Axe. Did I just put Av? Oops. So, alright, possess an axe in the backpack containing 1 meal. Note this under meals. Where are my meals? Where my meals be at? Oh, I just put it in my backpack anyway. 1 meal. I think actually it's over here. Yes? No? Maybe? Oh, who cares? It's in my inventory. I have a meal, okay? Hanging from your waist is a leather pouch containing gold coins. To find out how many, pick a number on the random number table. There's a number of gold coins you possess. I have 3! 3 gold coins. Where's my gold coin? There we go. By the way, Loon and Kika are just different types of gold. We won't need that in this book, but it'll become important later on. Alright? So I have 3 gold coins. I'm freaking rich. You discover amongst the smoking ruins of the monastery a map of Summerland. We have those somewhere. I'm not going to mark that on my action chart. You always have a map, and we'll be able to refer to it when we need to. And you find one of the following. 1 sword. A helmet, which adds 2 endurance points to your total. 3 meals. Chainmail waistcoat, which adds 4 endurance points to your total. A mace. A healing potion, which restores 4 health points to your total. A quarterstaff, a spear, and 12 gold coins or a broadsword. Now, I'm going to let you guys choose, because I'm not going to do it randomly. That's silly. Actually, what am I saying? Of course it's not silly. It's what you found in the rubble. It's not you choosing what to take. So, hang on. Do I have to choose? Is it random or do I get to choose? Oh, okay. So it's on the random number table. So I'm going to randomly find one of these things. And I find number 9. 12 gold coins. Oh, nice. So we're a little bit, just a little bit richer. Just a little bit. So we have 12 gold coins. Hurrah! Huzzah! Personally, I would have wanted a sword or chainmail or something. Who cares? Who cares? Alright, how much can you carry? Weapons. A maximum number of weapons you can carry is 2. Backpack items must be stored in your backpack. You have 8 spaces, including meals. Special items, they're not carried in your backpack, and it'll tell you how to carry them. It'll tell you when you get a special item. Gold crowns are in the pouch, food is in the backpack, blah, 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 blah. How to use your equipment, I think it's all fairly understandable. Healing potions you use at any time to restore your health points. Food, the book will tell you need to eat now, and if you don't have the hunt skill or a meal, then you lose 3 endurance points. Simple as that. Alright, I should also point out, because it didn't point this out, and this is an important thing because you'll even see it on the battle chart. If you don't have a weapon at all, you lose 4 points to your combat skill. Now, if you have weapon skill and you have a weapon that you're skilled in, you add to it. If you don't have weapon skill or you don't have the weapon you're skilled in, you just have a weapon. Say, for example, we're skilled in a spear, but we have an axe. Well, then we don't have any drop in our combat score. But if we have no weapon whatsoever and we're going in there fist, then we lose 4 points to our combat skill. So it's very important to have a weapon of some kind. Got it? Good. I already explained the rules of combat. We don't need to go to that. Invasion of combat. During your adventure, you may be given a chance to evade combat. If you already engaged in a round of combat and decide to evade, calculate the combat for that round in the usual manner. All points lost by the enemy as a result of that round are ignored, and you make your escape. Only Lone Wolf may lose endurance points during that round, but then that is the risk of running away. So in other words, if I turn tail and run, I do an extra round of combat, and I lose whatever endurance points it tells me to. And then I run. Simple as that. Alright, your levels of Kai training. The following table is a guide to the ranks and titles that you are bestowed upon Kai Lords at each stage of their training. As you successfully complete each adventure in the Lone Wolf series, you will gain additional Kai discipline and gradually progress towards the mastery of the 10 basic Kai disciplines. I start at level 5, and then we go on. Beyond the 10 basic skills of the Kai Master, await the secrets of the higher Kai disciplines, or Magna Kai. By acquiring the wisdom of the Magna Kai, the Kai Lord can progress towards the ultimate achievement and become a Grand Master. Things for the future. Okay, Kai Wisdom. Your mission will be one of great danger, for the Dark Lords and their servants are a cruel and fierce enemy who give and expect no mercy. Use the map to help you steer a correct course for the capital. Make notes as you progress through the story, and you will be, for there will be great help in future adventures. Many things you will find will aid you during the adventure. Some special items will be of use in future Lone Wolf adventures, and others may be red herrings of no real use at all. So be selective about what you decide to keep. Pro tip: if you get a special item, keep it. It doesn't hurt you, it doesn't take up inventory space, and there's a reason. Alright, there are many routes to the king, but only one involves a minimum of danger. With a wise choice of Kai disciplines and a great deal of courage, any player should be able to complete the mission no matter how weak their initial combat skill or endurance points. The honor and memory of the Kai Lords go with you on your perilous journey. Good luck! Alright, so, we're about to start the adventure. Here's a map of the lands, so you can take a look at it at your leisure. Go to my website if you want to take part in this. Choose my skills for me. Choose what weapon I'm proficient at. That's pretty much all we get to choose this time. And let's get started, huh? I'll give you guys a couple of days to let's zoom in on this. Okay, so here's where we are. Here's the map of the Last Lands. Here's where we are. All this you'll worry about later. Actually, in the second book, you start going this direction, but for this book, here's what we're concerned about. We start here, we have to get here. No, we start here. We start here, have to get here. Are here, need to be here. Got it? Alright, so go to my website, choose my skills, vote on it, and then in a couple days, I'm going to give like 2 or 3 days, we'll start. We will start Flight from the Dark, alright? I'm excited about this. I hope you guys are too. And, until then, take care, folks. Everything is in my description. I'm a link to my website and link to Project Aeon. All right, bye.